Right then folks, we've now got back to the yard, so what we're going to do now is get some more panels made for this job that I've just been on and I've just come back from. So we'll get some more made and then we can get back on that site and get some more fitted. And that's the first one made. I think I wanted to do 10 in total for this job. The 6 foot archtop vertical lap panel. So that's the first one made. I'll crack on and get on with some more. Right viewers, I'm absolutely shattered. It's 20 to 8 nearly in the evening and I started at 7 o'clock this morning. I've been on that job as you know today. Come back this afternoon about 2 o'clock when I got back. I've done a few jobs in the warehouse and I've made the last 11 panels for the job that we're on, that you saw me on. There we are, all done. So now we can get back on the job tomorrow, me and Cole instead of me on my own. So a hell of a long day, but hopefully this will be worthwhile for all the effort, for getting all the panels ready so we can have 2 men on the job instead of 1. So I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to get some food, shower and bed, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow morning when we're back on this fencing job. Cheers. Good morning viewers, it's Saturday morning and look who's here, yay! We've got Cole here as well today, so it's me and Cole, 2 men on the job. I've been working on it on my own as you know, but it's exhausting on my own, so really pleased to have some help. So there's 2 of us today for you to watch, so we'll let you watch this. That's a good start folks, the wind's already blown the camera over on the tripod. And you can hear the wind in the background folks, and it's wide open here and it really is howling across, so it's going to make it quite tricky today, so I'm even more pleased now there's 2 of us. And I have had to apply the background noise reducer on this video because obviously the wind is that loud you can't hear anything, so even if you can still hear it, it's actually louder than it sounds. And while I'm just sorting out the gravel board and just levelling it up, Cole's just taking a little bit more out of the hole. He's noticed that, you know, the post might not go in, or might have to move the post to level it, to line it up because of the hole, so he's just taking a little bit more out of the side of the hole just to make sure. It's something that you quite notice. You dig an hole, put your gravel board in, and you can see that when you put your post in, you're not going to have any room for movement. And Cole's already picked up on that. I didn't even know until I watched this video that he'd like automatically checked the hole and started adjusting it. So yeah, and Fred thought he'd actually line that up and it were right, but obviously Cole thinks different. Look, to be honest, he's got a better eye than me. He's a lot younger than me, and I've had to wear glasses recently, so I use that as my excuse. So I really don't mind him sort of realigning it. He usually does get it better than. See what I mean, viewers? He's very fussy. I mean, I take a while, but and eventually, viewers, we will both be happy with everything, and we will actually put a post in today. But no, as you'll see, we're both very similar. That's why we work well together. We just want everything to be absolutely bang on. Yeah, it takes time, a lot longer than most people, but when you see the end result, hopefully, you'll see all the work we've put in is worthwhile and it's all paid off. So yeah, we'll look forward to seeing it when we eventually get it finished, but it might be a while. I'm really not sure how deep Cole's actually digging. I'm sure we'll be at least 2 foot, if not 3, maybe a bit more. But we'll definitely have 2 foot. Panel going on, folks. As you can see, it's a hell of a lot easier with 2 people than it is on my own, especially in the wind. And another quite a big drop, as you can see on the left. I'm not obviously over keen on these big steps or drops with arch panels, but obviously you've got to follow the ground. You can't put them in, float them in midair. And we are on a slope. It drops quite considerably in steps high up at the top where we are now, as you can see. But it should level out pretty nicely when we get down near the house at the bottom. But we'll find out as we go, but that's how it's looking. Even though that panel's just been propped up, look viewers, it doesn't look really safe, does it? It's like a huge sail, and it's windy, like, oh god, here we go. Ooh, luckily Cole had only just got out of the way just in time. What it's done, folks, it's obviously pulled everything out of line. So he's basically just going to start again. And it's took a chunk out the top corner of the gravel board, so we're going to have to flip it over so you can't see it. These are the problems that you can face, viewers, when you're obviously putting fencing up in the wind, especially when it's 7-foot high fencing. Yeah, you'll have to just hold it. I'll have to get across. Oh, wait, measure it off.
No, I need to measure it again.
Right, I'll put it in the mouth. You'll have to open it. Right, take two, folks. Smash me in the face while I've got both of them. So we'll do that.
You don't want to close ones. So you got them close and then can move that.
Right, viewers, here we go. 9-foot concrete posts in the wind, on a slope, on your own. Honestly, being on a slope makes such a difference as it slopes into the garden, as you can see, because the post that long and heavy just wants to topple over that way all the time. So I'm fighting against it. It does make so much difference, obviously, just that bit of a gradient. Walking with you like this, it's catching it tough.
Yeah, that'll do that thing right. Drop it out. Just leave it for a minute. Like I said before, just let it settle.
Honestly folks, this wind's making it so tricky. It's just trying to blow the entire bay over or pushing it to one side, just continue. So we're now just trying to prop it, look, with two actual props. You only normally need one, but we're trying to put two in. There's a spade and a bar there, just to try and stabilise it and hold it, so obviously it's not swinging from side to side, so we can actually concrete. And now we've got both of us lining it up, look folks. So if this is not straight, then I think we should pack it in.
Oh yeah, now we've left. Even that woman's further up. Yeah, low, I mean.
All that effort that we're putting on obviously didn't get the hole to the right depth. As you can see, the top right hand side of the panel, it's absolutely perfect on the height of the post, but it's just not quite in line now with the other post due to the with the string line that we've both just checked. It's just a tiny bit out, so again we're using the bar just to try and prise it over, move it across a bit, and then we'll level it up again, and just obviously that's how you work your string line, folks, as you know. We need it just almost just off the string line, same as the post behind it, and straight as well. Yep, Fred's happy, folks. That's absolutely banging line, straight as an arrow. So we'll now get that concreted in.
Now you can only see that one. Yeah. I chucked most of it there. Now just that little bit now, just to fill that on it.
And honestly, folks, this wind is making it so difficult. Anyone that fences in the wind will know, but obviously we need to get on with this job. Very little time. I can't keep taking time off just because it's too windy, so we're trying to do our best. But I am really pleased I've got some help, because I'll be honest, I think I won't be able to do it on my own, I don't think. I would try, but it just won't work out. So yeah, glad there's two of us. Hopefully, with two of us, on it, we can manage it in this wind. You can see the difference with two people. Cole's obviously managing to keep it, stable, the post and the bay, and just keep the spirit level on it, to keep checking it. While I'm mixing it, mixing and putting the concrete in. If I was on my own, I'd be trying to do both, and it'd probably blow over in the wind, so it'd crack me on the head. And today we've had no wildlife so far, which is a shame. No turtles or little tortoises or anything that's been discovered today, but we'll see how we go. We've got plenty of time left. I'd just like to mention the post mix that we're using on this job. I think it's fence mate, and I'll be honest, I've used pretty much all the post mixers that I've ever been able to see, or different types that I've bought, and this is by far the best one for me personally that I've used so far, especially in the wind. It really does go off extremely quickly, much quicker than any other post mix I've used. It starts to set that quickly and just steadies down on the post from especially in wind. So yeah, big recommendation for this fence mate post mix. Really is good. Right then, that's another bay almost in, viewers. It's just actually going off more or less now, and setting, so we're just making sure everything's bang level and true with this wind, as you can see. But we think it's about there now. It's set enough, it's stopped moving. We'll just keep it propped slightly just until, just to make sure. But that's another bay in, so we'll carry on. There's still plenty more bays to do. What we'll do now, viewers, I'll put you on a time lapse while we continue. Right, viewers, look at this. I'm absolutely delighted in how it's turning out so far. Really hard work, as you've seen, but it really does. I think it really does look great. I think we're about 12 bays in now, so we're making some really nice progress. And as I said, I'm really proud of it so far. I know we're not the fastest, but as you can see, I believe the quality is there for the time and care that we take. So I think it's 12 bays in. I didn't count, I forgot, I did count them, but anyway, look how straight this is, folks. Let's get a look down the line. Look at that, genuinely. It's like looking down a tight washing line. I am over the moon. So that brings us to the end of another video. Thanks ever so much for watching. Me and Cole appreciate it as always, and we hope to see you in the next one.